Greetings, salutations, however you say hello. This is episode 3 of Tip Talk Talks Tottenham, where I cover the 3 most trending topics in the Spurs community of the week. This episode is titled Porro to Madrid, Look Out Luton Town. The first topic, we'll get right into the Pedro Porro story. Ekrem Konar reports that Pedro Porro is reportedly linked with Real Madrid and that Tottenham would be willing to listen to anything over £55 million offer. Considering that we bought him for $45 million last January, I don't think this report could be any further from the truth. Obviously, we sold some of our great players to them in the past, but I would imagine it would be $85 million before we even start listening to them. Porro is one of the most important and consistent players in our squad this entire season. What I believe that's freeing his play now is he's no longer afraid to make mistakes. Porro can provide that creative ball to unlock defenses that is invaluable at right back. On top of that, he seems to be happy here. I know he's Spanish and he could have his head turned eventually, but all of the reasons I just mentioned lead me to believe that if this deal is going to happen, it's not going to happen for a very long time. Second topic of today being the quick international roundup. Obviously, we didn't have a game last week. Spurs had 17 players out on international duty, and there's a couple of really interesting talking points. Interestingly enough, Richarlison and Maddison both were unused subs on the bench for their respective countries. It keeps their legs fresh, which is fine by me, and when you consider the quality of those squads, I guess it makes sense. Comment if you think they should be starting for either of those countries. Also, Heung-min Son scored in Korea's match versus Thailand in a World Cup qualifier where they drew 1-1 and he played 90 minutes. Brennan Johnson also scored against Finland, playing alongside Ben Davies and Joe Rodon. They got a 4-1 victory in a Euro playoff semifinal. Vicario got his first cap for Italy, and he helped his team actually with a clean sheet as well, with a 2-0 victory over Ecuador. Romero on the score sheet yet again. The Argentinians beat El Salvador 3-0. Crazily enough, Giovanni Lo Celso also scored in that match. Let me know if you think Giovanni Lo Celso is underrated, and do you think he deserves more minutes under Ange? Topic number 3, the final topic of today, is the crucial match at the Lane this weekend. Look out, Luton Town. We are in desperate need of a huge result after the most recent performance. It was very disappointing, and I think this is a good team for us to bounce back against. Only ever, for the second time, Saturday presents itself with a must-win game. We need 3 points against this weaker side. It feels like ages ago, but Tottenham went top of the Premier League in our previous meeting versus them at Kenilworth Road in the fall. We overcame being a man down with a Basuma dive, winning 1-0 in the end with a Van de Ven goal from a brilliant Matters assist. Looking at Luton's form, you can quickly see it's atrocious. They've only won one time this year with a confusing 4-0 win at home versus Brighton. They do have some players of quality like Alfie Doherty, the English midfielder and left wingback. He has 7 assists for them so far. Their biggest threat is an injured player named Adebayo. He's an English striker. Or I'm actually not 100% sure he's an English striker, but I do know that he's injured and he won't be back until May, I believe. The player that they will need to play the best for them is English striker Carlton Morris. 8 goals, 4 assists, so 12 contributions total. That is no laughing matter, I would say, considering his teammates and his side. My thought is that they're going to sit back like many of the teams lower on the Premier League table do against Tottenham and try and get us to break down their low block. I think our player that is the most important to our success is going to be James Maddison. Like we've seen him do before, he possesses the creativity to unlock defenses and those low blocks like I just mentioned. I think we will desperately need that this weekend. All that being said, absolute must win. Anything less than 3 points here, the entire fan base justifiably should be fuming. I'm predicting a 3-0 win with some early struggles, but 3 goals in quick succession towards the end of the match from Heung-min Son. I think it is about time for another Sonny hat trick. I'm crossing my fingers. I'm crossing my toes. I really hope this happens. You're here at the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Let me know your thoughts in the comments about the 3 discussed topics. Could you ever see Porro going to Real Madrid? What do you think about the international break? Do you love it? Do you hate it? And what do you think about the match this weekend? I think we should feel confident, but it is Spurs, so you never know. But we're at home. Let me know what you think the score prediction is going to be and who's going to score. Like to be world class, and subscribe for a silky first touch. It's been Tip Top Tottenham, and staying true to form. Glory, glory, Tottenham Hotspur.